All right, well, peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, hopefully, the Most High in your house shall bless you, is blessing your day. By His mercy, you aren't consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house shall His body, too. We're naturally alive. And yeah, man, we kind of want to go into this. Let's stop it. Y'all starting to do too much. I'm sorry. You know, cats. But yeah, I saw Avatar last night, and usually I want to review it honestly because I don't know why I was in, but I was kind of distracted while watching that movie. I don't know why I was on my phone too much. I don't know. It was good, but maybe because I just went after work and things of that nature. But really, man, there's a lot of key things honestly in that because I remember last time the last movie like 2 years ago we discussed it. It's really about like because there was different avatars honestly like in the movie honestly, but and as we know what you call him the main character is called Jake, Jake Sully, pretty much Jacob honestly. And if y'all know, shout out to Brother Chronicles of Judah, like the so-called like the blue man is representative of the so-called like of the Israelite man, or the so-called black man honestly. That's why they kind of name him in the movie Jake honestly. There's a lot of spiritual elements to the whole Avatar series, but when this one honestly, man, it kind of deals with like um a takeaway scripture for me because it was a good movie honestly, but the takeaway thing of it was sometimes how like you spiritually like you could be born kind of like what we also talk about like uh, um like just by blood by flesh, but spiritually blood, but your spiritual family is like somewhere like um is like you have a spiritual family honestly, man, but you be born of something. And that's what kind of like the Edomite, the guy in the movie, I forgot his name in the movie, that's what it was, man, honestly. But the takeaway really scripture for me, like in this in fire and ash, and you know this one is Hosea 1:10, man, because especially at the end, man, when like I forget his name in the movie, man, but Spider, that's what they called him in the movie. But he those that haven't seen it, like he pretty much becomes the Avatar, even though he was natural, like uh, um he was a natural like you know human, but you didn't know they didn't view him as that, man. But it was kind of different elements to that, man, honestly, like of like say example like in the text like where our ancestors forefathers some heathen or gentiles that believe, man, honestly, like a Rahab type of situation, man. But the takeaway scripture for me in this movie, man, it was a lot. I would have to see it again, but was Hosea 1:10. It says, "Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. In which it shall come to pass that ye are in the place that it will say, ye are not my people. There it shall say, it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God." Exactly, man. So let's go Romans chapter down to Romans 9 and verse 26. Yep, because it's saying the same thing. Yep. As he said in Hosea, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not my beloved. And it shall come to pass that in the place it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there ye shall become called the children of the living God. So see that? So yeah, man, that's just takeaway scripture. Also too, like the weapons of warfare aren't carnal. Well, and also too, like this is a takeaway. Like what I got a theme from this movie, man, because really trust comes like like let's get Psalms chapter 44 and verse 6, man. Like the weapons of warfare are not carnal, spiritual. But in this aspect, in this movie, they was calling on some other goddess things of that nature. But really spiritually looking at it, one of the themes of the movie was this, honestly. Let's get Psalm chapter 44, verse 6. "For I will not trust my bow, neither shall my sword save me," man. Because like with any like well, anything, man, you always supposed to like trust, like in war and aspect one, warring against yourself, trust, like that's the ultimate war against ourselves, honestly, against that old man and old woman. But we supposed to trust in the spiritual, like in the Most High house, y'all, man, honestly, like that's just is what it is, like that's why even I'm gonna deviate. I don't want to go into that. That's kind of deviate, go into something else. But no, even in the ancient world, right? Like it wasn't really off of like how we do nowadays, nationality things, that nation, what nation you are. Like they if different nations will go against another nation, man, it was about to see whose God was superior. And honestly, in the last Gladiator 2 movie, it kind of broached that, honestly. But that's another story for another day, man. So that's why, like in Joshua, like 9 and 8, 9, when those fake spies, whatever. They said, "Oh man, we heard about what the Most High Yahushua did. The God Israel did to Egypt, man. We ain't win no parts of it." So that's is what it is. Even when the Ark of the Covenant was taken, man, like after he gave the Philistines hemorrhoids, things in nature. They knew, they remember, they said, listen, let's not be like they because we know what the Most High Yahushua did to Egypt, man. The God Israel did to Egypt. So that's just is what it is, man. But that's neither here nor there. But let's just go into this too, man. With the spiritual, or that's another takeaway theme from this movie as well that I got. But it was a good movie. But Psalms 44. Let's get 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 10. I'm sorry, because I forgot. I can't believe I forgot. Where was that? Let's get 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 10. 2 Corinthians 10, verse 4. I'm sorry. It says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but through Yahweh pulling down of his other stronghold, is pulling down the strongholds." Exactly. So that's just is what it is, man. So hopefully this is edifying, man. So yeah, man, that's just one of the themes of the movie, man, that I came away from, man. Because in the beginning of the movie they were against, like, well, one, the native, well, the avatars, they wanted to use bow and arrows. They didn't like guns, things. They didn't want to use the guns, honestly, because actually that's what the army and stuff like that was using. It's kind of elements of like Genesis 27, just on a natural tip, like when it says about Esau shot thy sword, thou shalt live, things of that nature. That's why they wanted to use the bows and arrows. But one of the characters, one of the daughter of Jake Sully, he was like she understood the aspect of, okay, this warfare that we're going to go to is spiritual, even though by part she's praying to some other goddess, which like we don't approve of here. Well, I damn sure don't approve of here, but it was pretty much, man, we what's in the Most High house in the nods in the word, understand that what we just read, horses and stuff like that. Proverbs 21 and 31 says, and it's the horses and carriages, all that stuff, or weapons, warfare, man, that doesn't win us the war. It's the Most High house that gives us the victory, man. Like David, even one of the greatest warriors to ever live, honestly, the walks of earth, David, King David, says, "My bow and when I say me, it's the Most High house." So, but that's is what it is, man. Hopefully, it's edifying, man. So much love to y'all, brothers and sisters. So peace.